I have arisen! Hey folks, MasakoX here, and it's certainly been a while, hasn't it? It's about nearly 3 months since I last made a video on this channel, but there has been good reason for it. But I am glad to be starting to get back into the flow of making Dragon Ball content. Now, I'll give you the basic lowdown of what happened. In short, I had a situation where my GH5, the camera that has been recording MasakoX content for the better part of 6 years, finally gave up the ghost after many recording sessions. I was just really sad about it. It bugged out on me, especially in the middle of recording a video. As you might remember, the What If Arale Stayed with Goku, I had to cut it off mid-part because I wanted to show something. So don't worry, in terms of content, we will get back to that. That's where we're going to continue, save for a Daima discussion that I'll be making in the next day or two, because Hav and I have a lot to say about the latest Daima trailer and where it could go. The point is of this video is that I just want to thank you for your patience. I really do appreciate it, as I was trying to figure things out about where to go with the channel, because put simply, I was just in a funk. I just felt creatively spent. The grind of YouTube was really starting to get to me, and the prevalence of YouTube Shorts on this platform really had a detrimental effect on the performance of the channel. As in, a lot of subscribers came from the YouTube Shorts, which is great, but at the same time, it means that people were there for the shorts and not for the long-form content. It wouldn't get pushed out, the numbers would go down, my morale and spirit would go down. I would just like your help in just spreading the word that MasakoX has returned. We are making content again. And if you do see one of my videos in your feed, just give it a click. Show the algorithm that you're interested in the content, and hopefully we can get some sense of recovery back into the channel. Because shorts are all very well and good, they were fun, but they are harming the overall product on what we are making here. They're a nice little distraction, but overall, it did really suck out the joy of making content here. And not to mention becoming a dad nigh on 6 months ago. That's crazy that it's been that long. It's not felt that long at all. It's wild. But that's been a journey in of itself. And ultimately, I just realized that something had to give. Maintaining 2 channels on the regular, almost daily, as well as being a new parent and doing my part as a newly minted father. I want to be there for my kid. So I don't want to lock myself in my office and studio for hours and hours on end when my kiddo's in the other room. I want to be there and play with them. There was a balancing act. And even though I've been able to make content on my Formula 1 channel, Law VS, it's been able to give me some fulfillment. It also gave me some hope that I can make good content still, that YouTube hasn't forsaken me entirely. It's just the way that shorts just played out just didn't work out. That and Dragon Ball in of itself is going through a bit of a rough patch, you know, the whole thing about power struggles. You remember I made a video years ago in regards to moments that I almost quit the fandom? I'll maybe leave a link to it down below or up top or something like that. I've got to get used to the lingo again. But the point is, though, is that that whole shebang about who is going to take Dragon Ball into the future, Akio Yoku or Shueisha, no one's quite sure. The handling of Daima has been absolutely atrocious. I'm glad they're now starting to remember that, oh, it's Dragon Ball's 40th anniversary. We better do something about it, or something with it. But the lack of doing anything with it was just getting me down, and I just wasn't really a fan of where Dragon Ball was going. They were just picking off what was left of Akira Toriyama's legacy, and that ain't right. And no, it's got nothing to do with the fact that Sparking Zero has this ridiculously amazing what-if engine that could potentially put us what-ifers out of business. I'm glad that that's back. If I had time to play with it, which I don't have these days for obvious reasons, I would give it a go and provide my workings and see what would happen. But in any case, it was a bit of a wake-up call back in May that I really needed to do something about it. Otherwise, I would have gone absolutely spare. And I realized that, hey, maybe I need to take a break because I've been making content consistently for 7 years. Sure, I've taken breaks, but Havarok and I, we've had to bust a gut to make sure that we could provide consistent content when we could go on vacation or something like that. We wanted to have some breaks and whatnot, but it came with a lot of intense workloads and periods where we just had to knuckle down and get things done. That's the thing. So we just needed to realize that, hey, we need to just take a step back and then go again. after a few months. And I'm glad that you're here. And I really just would like your assistance in just revitalizing the MasakoX channel in some shape or form. We're going to be going back to regular content, primarily what if videos and discussions and what have you. I can't really say much about Revelation F or anything like that because that's going to take a lot of work in of itself, so that remains to be seen. I do apologize for that and I really appreciate your patience, but I still need to figure that part out. But in any case, we will be going with what ifs and discussions for the rest of the year. We will have the December story where it's dedicated to one single narrative. I want to do the holiday special. That's really, really good fun. And also, come 2025, we will then reassess about what we will do from there. Maybe going down to 2 videos a week or something like that. Remains to be seen. But I just want to get back into the flow as best as I can, talk it through with my other half, so that means I can get a fair compromise of making content for both channels whilst also being a present father. So that's just something I really needed to consider. And I'm glad that you're taking the consideration and time out of your day to hear what I have to say. I really do appreciate it. And I'm glad that we can try and get back to some sort of even keel making content again, because I do love storytelling. And I can't wait for the moment when I can take all that I've learned here and then implement it in telling my kiddo bedtime stories. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that part. I said that in the previous video. I still stand by it. And I look forward to seeing you all in the comments again, the regulars and what have you. It's going to be something, and I hope that I can just live up to what you were expecting or something. I better get back to the grind and figure out how this new camera works, because I've had to record this like 2 or 3 times. First, the microphone was buzzing, then the lighting wasn't quite right, then the battery gave out on me because I have to use a battery again. It's the first time I've used it in months because I had a mains adapter. But anyway, I'm rambling now, which is not exactly a surprise coming from me. But anyway, as I usually sign off a video, I will see you in the next video. Catch you later.